Hello, Virgo, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, looking at your recent past, your current energy, and your immediate future, answering the question, what do you need to know right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self? As always, I've gone ahead and pulled the overall energy for the reading and clarified those messages. I have the overall theme already pulled. I have the tarot deck we'll be using already shuffled, as well as the clarification deck and the advice deck that I'll be using in the extended. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. Last thing, please remember that these are general readings. They are not here to resonate fully for everyone. So do remember to take what does resonate and helps your personal situation and leave what does not. In your recent past, Virgo, you have the end of a tough cycle approaches with the Five of Cups. This has been a tough cycle. I mean, the Five of Cups to me in this particular energy is really representing, it could be like just disappointment, like emotional disappointment. It could also be referring to like, and take this as it resonates for you, but like go as far as like depression. Just like in a deep sadness almost. I feel like this has been something that you've been dealing with for a while. And because of that, I feel like it's been difficult for you to believe that things are ever going to get better. You know, when we get kind of stuck in that darkness kind of energy for a while, I do think that we can stop believing that the light will ever come. And in your current energy, you have confidence is your key to success with the Nine of Cups in reverse. So this is kind of what I mean. Like this is just kind of this overall negative outlook when it comes to the future. Not that you're a negative person or that you are doing anything wrong, but when you've experienced so much disappointment and you've, again, kind of been stuck in this energy for so long, you can start expecting it. When you're used to disappointment, it starts to kind of become your normal. And we also have to remember at the same time, though, that our expectations are the root of our results. This confidence is your key to success card to me, you know, confidence and success kind of, or confidence and faith to me go hand in hand. Having confidence in yourself is having, you know, faith in yourself, having faith in the universe. We are the universe in motion. It kind of goes hand in hand. And so I really feel like this is about not letting yourself believe that what you have experienced is all that there is in store for you. And so this kind of feels like an energy of really stepping into your power, Virgo. Maybe, you know, you had your power, you lost it after some time, something took away your power. This just feels like stepping back into it and getting back to a place of that light. Now, in your immediate future, you have your hard work is paying off with the Strength card. It's kind of interesting seeing this Strength card with the, you know, the Confidence card. This is very similar energy to me, not only because this is a new moon in Leo energy and the Strength card is Leo energy, but these just have kind of the same vibe. And in particular, to me, it kind of feels like if you can continue to take steps forward from a place of confidence and faith and believing that things are going to get better for you, you're going to start to see that pay off in your future. Now, the overall theme for the reading is I feel my way into faith one step at a time. And even just seeing this overall energy, this feels like this is perfect for this reading, because as you take steps forward out of faith, that faith almost gets proven to you. And then you use that newfound amount of faith to be able to take even more steps forward. And that faith gets proven to you again. And sometimes it's more about having the confidence to take the step than it is actually knowing the outcome. And so I feel like this is about moving through a pretty difficult time in your life. Maybe you're not, you know, maybe things are a little bit better now. Maybe this is more the past energy. I do feel like you're still kind of dealing with like the impacts of this kind of cycle, if you will, even if things are a little bit better for you. But this is kind of like taking one step at a time out of this energy into kind of that brighter, happier, more abundant energy. All right, Virgo, reset past, clarifying the end of a tough cycle approaches with the Five of Cups. Reset past for Virgo, please. Reset past for Virgo, please. The end of a tough cycle approaches in Virgo's recent past. The Devil. The Devil with the Two of Wands. The Devil with the Two of Wands and the Hierophant in reverse. There was an attachment to a specific path of some sort, and that attachment to this path is what kept you in disappointment. And the Hierophant in reverse is asking you to reframe your perspective on it. So sometimes when we attach ourselves to a certain outcome, we say things have to go this way, or things have to be this way, or things have to turn out this way, or else the worst is going to happen. When we attach ourselves to certain outcomes, we can actually also at the same time close ourselves off from the bigger picture, from how things are actually working out for us, even if they don't work out for us the way that we think that they should. And so in your recent past, there is kind of this attachment to a specific outcome, to a specific path, saying things have to go this way, but this path that you were taking, it just kind of kept you in this Five of Cups. And it possibly even started to affect like your mental health, depending on your situation. And so I feel like this is kind of about breaking out not just of a cycle, but of a situation as well. Recent past for Virgo, the end of a tough cycle approaches with the Five of Cups. Recent past for Virgo, please. There's the Hangman with the Moon. Your fear was keeping you from being able to let go. But fear of what? Because there's a Two of Swords in reverse. So keeping you kind of in a place of stagnancy. What is this Moon card talking about? What is this? And we'll clarify these. But what is this Moon card talking about? That's what you're needing to switch your perspective on. We already saw the Hierophant in reverse. Here you are as the King of Pentacles, whether you're male or female, it does not matter. This is what you're needing to see. Okay, so this is like setting up the reading. So this Moon is kind of the root of the disappointment. Like if you take, for instance, a relationship, you're investing in a specific person disappoints you over and over and over again. But you fear that if you walk away from this relationship, that you're going to be alone forever, or you're not going to ever have what it is that you deserve and desire in your relationships. So fear of what could go wrong if you did, make a certain decision keeps you kind of investing in a certain path. And that I feel like is where the root of the attachment is. But it all comes back to this Moon card. And that's what kept you from being able to fully surrender here. Recent past for Virgo. Recent past for Virgo, please. The Ace of Cups. This is about being very honest with yourself. Being very honest with yourself about someone or something. Because there's the Hierophant in reverse again. There's clarity. You're needing clarity on this, on what happened here. Because I actually feel like this has less to do with you than it does. Okay, hang on. Let me rephrase that. If someone is disappointing us over and over again, like, I'm not saying this is what's happening, but for the sake of the example, if someone disappoints you over and over again by not choosing you or not showing up for you or whatever the case is, we can start to feel as if it's us, like we're not good enough. But in reality, oftentimes that has more to do with like kind of what's going on with them. Obviously, we have our own stuff to learn from that dynamic. So what I'm getting at is it just kind of feels like there's a need to look at what happened here through a really brutally honest lens with the Ace of Cups, like being very honest with yourself about what was really going on here. And maybe being honest that there was an attachment and that you were choosing it out of fear. Maybe that's what's been the most difficult for you. Current energy for Virgo, you have confidence is your key to success with the 9 of Cups in reverse. Current energy for Virgo, please. Current energy for Virgo. One more. Current energy for Virgo. See, because of this situation, though, you kind of have this, like, almost like feeling a little bit hopeless. Hopeless about, like with the Magician, that, like, hopeless in the sense that you don't think you're ever going to be able to manifest what it is that you were looking for through this situation that constantly disappointed you. Whatever benefit you did get out of that. So let's take the example of a job. You know, you stay in this career that you don't love for the sake of financial stability, but it disappoints you over and over again. And so you start, it's almost like if you ever were to, like, leave that job, that it basically, to me, it's looking at, like, this fear of what could go wrong. Like, if you were to leave that job, you would be more afraid of losing financial stability than you would of, like, it negatively impacting your mental health. So it just kind of feels like the fear of what could go wrong has been the expectation. Now, maybe because you have watched things go wrong in your life, you've experienced a lot of things not going your way, you've experienced loss and disappointment and, like, this 5 of Cups energy, so that can become your expectation, like we were kind of talking about. But if you continue to expect the 5 of Cups, you're going to continue to manifest the 5 of Cups. So I feel like this is about getting out of this cycle altogether, so that you don't continue to find yourself in a place where you are feeling disappointed or this, like, heaviness in an emotional sense, like, over and over and over again. Because I don't feel like you expected whatever this was to lead to this 5 of Cups. Like, maybe going into it, you had really positive expectations of it. You had a lot of hope for it. And then it just continued to kind of put you back in this 5 of Cups energy. So feeling a little bit hopeless. And that's kind of what I was gathering with that 9 of Cups in reverse energy. I wouldn't be surprised if it's around here somewhere. Current energy for Virgo. But you have confidence is your key to success. So, you know, we have to learn that just because we expect things to go wrong doesn't mean that they will. And, well, okay, let me rephrase that. We have to remember that our expectations become the root of our results. And you expect things to go wrong. You expect this disappointment because, well, you're used to it. But there's a need to try to start to expect better things for yourself, which it can be really difficult, again, when you've experienced so much heaviness for so long. But that's the only way that you're going to be able to kind of get yourself out of this. Current energy for Virgo. Confidence is your key to success. The 9 of Cups in reverse. Current energy for Virgo, please. The path that you've been on, that you've been attached to, this path that we've been talking about, whether it's a relationship or a career or whether it is just a whole path in general, it doesn't bring you a whole lot of hope or positive energy. So this to me is course correction. This is like completely shifting paths. This is like a big time in your life, Virgo, because what you've been investing in, what you've been doing, it hasn't been working. So now it just kind of feels like getting, like this is, I don't know, this is the best way I can describe this energy. It's like you've been going down this path, but it almost feels like instead of like making some changes here and there. This literally feels like completely jumping onto a new path. And this new path, well, it requires a lot of faith, that's for sure. But if you can tap into that faith and take steps on this path, then you have in your future, the hard work is paying off with the strength. So that's a lot of very positive energy. So this feels like a whole new path. Current energy for Virgo. Not all Virgos are going to choose this new path, though. There's a few Virgos are going to continue this cycle, this disappointment cycle. Current energy for Virgo. This path is to your justice here, but oh no, yeah, because then there's the Ten of Pentacles. So this new path is the path to your Ten of Pentacles. Virgo, holy heck. This is big. This is like, but I mean, I did see this Ten of Pentacles in reverse. I think it's still your Ten of Pentacles, but it hasn't been able to manifest yet because I don't feel like you fully committed to this Two of Wands. Or maybe you haven't taken action toward it yet. I feel like you know what it is. If you don't, you will. If you're in a place to recognize it. But it's going to take a lot of faith to choose it. That's the biggest thing. I'm restructuring the way I'm doing these general readings. I'm actually going to go back and clarify so we can kind of get deeper into what's really going on here for you guys. Okay, let's clarify this devil. This is for Virgo's recent past, clarifying the devil here. Recent past for Virgo, clarifying the devil. Okay, there we go. Recent past for Virgo, clarifying the devil. The King of Cups in reverse with the Emperor. Yeah, I don't. And then there's the freaking Hierophant in reverse again. And then there's the Two of Wands. So this, which we saw with the devil, the attachment to this path. But this path, it doesn't like treat you well. Like if it's a job, you're not treated well. If it's a relationship, you're not treated well. It's not like, it's something where you're not, like maybe you're not treated with respect, or you're not seen for your value, or you're not, I don't know. But there's an attachment to it because I feel like there's a part of you that fears that that's as good as it gets for you. And so you've accepted it. You've accepted this path, but this path, it continues to bring you back to this Five of Cups, just this heavy, emotionally disappointing energy. But I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like you're shifting out of it here. Recent past for Virgo, clarifying the moon. It's like this new path is meant for you. Recent past for Virgo, clarifying the moon. Okay, so there's that Two of Swords. I saw that at the beginning. Your priorities were all out of whack here, Virgo, in your recent past. Like maybe you were prioritizing somebody else, or I want more on that, because it's like you were choosing from a place of fear, and that, like you were prioritizing avoiding fear, prioritizing avoiding fear as opposed to choosing, well, faith of, avoiding what could go wrong instead of choosing from a place of what could go right. Can I get more on this Two of Pentacles in reverse? Which was sabotaging you. Because there's the Five of Cups. It kept leading to that disappointment. The decisions that you were making were coming from a place of fear. If it's not this, then it's nothing. That kind of feels like what your mindset was, but you kept coming back to this Five of Cups over and over and over again. And there's this need to be very honest with yourself about the fact that this path, it feels like whatever this was, it wasn't or isn't meant for you. There's a whole new path here. Almost like a whole new life. Like, this is so different. This Two of Wands is so different than the Two of Wands from back here. It feels different. In a good way. It's lighter, it's brighter. Clarifying this Ace of Cups in Virgo's recent past. Dog hair all over me. Clarifying this Ace of Cups in Virgo's recent past, please. There's the Fool. Okay. Virgo, this is about you getting really honest with yourself, right? We talked about that. But about what it is that you really want in terms of what it is that you really desire or what it is you really deserve. Because whatever this is, whatever this path is, it is not what you deserve. And you know that because no one is in this Five of Cups energy and is like happy with it, right? You know you want more than this. And maybe you were hoping that this path could give you more than that, but it didn't. Over and over again, it didn't. So this is about getting really honest with yourself about what it is that you want and ultimately knowing that you are deserving of that so that you can start having the faith to take steps toward it. And maybe that means taking steps away from what continues to disappoint you here. But you got to get honest with yourself because there's a brand new beginning, a brand new path available for you. And it's so much better than whatever this is that you've been dealing with, accepting. And again, it kind of feels like feels like a whole new life. Man, seriously, I have dog hair all over me. Because I think you tricked yourself into believing that this path is what you want. But you only wanted it because you feared if it didn't happen, then you weren't going to have anything better. But this path isn't actually what you want. Current energy for Virgo, clarifying the Eight of Cups in reverse. Current energy for Virgo, clarifying the Eight of Cups in reverse. One more. Current energy for Virgo, clarifying this Eight of Cups in reverse. It's kind of this path has made you feel so hopeless, so the Nine of Swords with the Tower. I mean, whatever this is, this has been heavily affecting you. And I feel like it's interesting because it kind of feels like it's time for, I want more on this Tower and the Nine of Swords because I feel like this Tower and this Nine of Swords to me feels like what you're currently dealing with. It's what's causing that hopeless energy, just feeling like things are never going to change or they're never going to get better. But this whole time, it's all leading you to this new path. The Nine of Swords at the Tower here. Okay, yeah, because you're freaking tired of this. You're burnt out. There's a dog hair somewhere on my eye that is poking me and I cannot find it. You're really tired of this. I feel like, yeah, because we're clarifying the Eight of Cups in reverse, and there it is right there. Don't lose faith. Our faith is forged in some of the darkest moments of our life because when we get to the other side of that darkness, if we choose faith, if we choose to take the steps that we need to get out of it, is usually so much good. And I feel like that's kind of what this is talking about. Okay, let's clarify. This is for Virgo's current energy, clarifying the Two of Wands. I'm shuffling because I just shuffled to clarify. Clarifying this Two of Wands. So what is this new Two of Wands? What is this new Two of Wands here, Virgo? This new path. It's like, clarifying this Two of Wands for Virgo. This is very specific. Well, whatever it is, whatever this cycle is, whatever this path is, it cannot appear until you close out this cycle that you've been dealing with. I don't know if that's walking away from something. Could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Definitely doesn't have to be. Because this path isn't going to just appear. This is a path, this new path to this like abundant kind of energy is one that you have to choose, and it requires a lot of faith to choose it. I don't know what that means. Take that as it resonates for you. But clarifying the justice, because so this Two of Wands, it cannot appear until this cycle ends. And the choices that you make have to be coming from a place of faith instead of fear, a faith of what could go right, walking away from what doesn't serve you, starting that business, choosing what could go right instead of making decisions based on what could go wrong. Nine of Wands. Your biggest obstacle is playing it safe, Virgo. It's time to, I mean, this whole new path is like what you've been waiting for. And literally, if you choose it, you see that it's going to pay off here with this overall energy that we have. But there's a part of you, Virgo, that's so used to playing it safe, accepting less than what you deserve because you think it's as good as it's going to get for you. But that's going to keep you stuck in this cycle of disappointment. Interesting, because there's so much good in this. Okay, we're going to hop on over to the extended. We're going to look at the immediate future, what you need to know regarding your immediate future. You have your hard work is paying off with the strength card. I'm going to pull messages and clarify them, and then I have an advice card to pull at the end. Thank you so much, Virgo, as always, for your support of my channel. I do hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, I wish you absolutely nothing but love and healing on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Virgo.